Bungie is probably one of the worst managed companies in all of human history. It's woke, it's stupid, it's greedy, it does effectively absolutely everything wrong. It's honestly a miracle that Destiny survived as it did for such a long time, considering Bungie tried to run it into the ground for years upon years upon years, and they were so bad at their job that they made the beginner experience for anyone who plays Destiny 2 literally scream, delete me, I am not worth your time, I actually hate you, thank you very much, but give me money first, please. And now this company is banking pretty much everything on the success of this game called Marathon. And, I mean, if you think, honestly, Marathon has any chance to succeed under Bungie's leadership, you are out of your goddamn mind. But turns out, it is way worse than you think.
All right, guys, today's video, we're going to be talking about Marathon. Now, Marathon is a brand new video game that's coming out from the people that made Destiny and Halo, which is obviously Bungie, and they're coming together to make a team shooter style video game. Here we go again, right? A lot of people are looking at this game and immediately are drawing comparisons to Concord, and for a multitude of reasons. They have nothing to do with wokeness or anything, by the way. It's just simply really bad business decisions that they are doing with a game.
Oh, please, just give it a little bit of time.
Game that for all intents and purposes should be a free-to-play game. The biggest drama right now around this game is the fact that it is going to be a premium price video game. Not a maximum premium price, but it is going to.
Remember, by the way, at this point, I have not heard any news, but I'm pretty sure we're probably like a couple of months away at this point from Bungie announcing that Sony has taken over. Because remember, Sony came in and told Bungie, hey, we're gonna give you a little bit of money that you desperately need because you're retarded. And if you do not produce X back for us in capital investment, in revenue, in value, or whatever their deal was, we're gonna take control over you. Yes. You're gonna become a subsidiary of Sony Entertainment, and we build rockets mainly to actually make money. So you're not gonna fuck with us. And I mean, I have not heard what has happened, but everyone knows that. What was the last shade? The evening? What was the last expansion that Disney released? That wasn't even that bad, but no one cared. The subscription numbers, the buying numbers were way below what was necessary, and currently it's probably all over. Now again, I'm surprised I have not heard any news about this, but I'm pretty sure Sony's getting what they want, and Bungie's gonna get absolutely shreked, which they deserve.
To charge a premium for you to be able to join the game in a market that is dominated by free-to-play shooters. This is not going to end up being a good decision, but I guess we're going to see, and the best thing we could do now is react to the gameplay trailer that dropped about 3 hours ago. If you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. So let's check out the gameplay footage. This is apparently from their alpha gameplay, so I'm very curious to see what this is, but this released about
I have seen screenshots
3 hours ago, and it says it's Marathon official gameplay reveal trailer. Let's check it out.
Extremely spastic. Okay.
Now, I want you to keep in mind as we are watching this trailer, just keep in mind that this is not going to be a free-to-play shooter. I want you to understand that they're going to charge you money in order to gain access to this video game, just like they did with Concord. So if that helps you, have a decision in your mind, I just want you to have that information.
I think this is going to be a pay-to-play shooter. Then it's going to, 2 weeks later, it's going to become free-to-play because that was always the intent. And people who spend money on this are going to get their premium currency, a little bit of it. Wait.
Have a decision in your mind. I just want you to have that information.
this is the same scene that we saw 5 seconds previously in the video. So they opened up for this scene and 5 seconds later they're repeating it? Yeah, it looks kind of stupid, doesn't it?
Death. The end of all things.
But not you.
My dream. Yours.
This is almost like cyberpunk style-ish kind of graphics and just overall aesthetic going on over here.
Yeah, currently I can't fucking make heads or tails of anything what's happening here, even though I know stuff about this.
I gotta be honest with you, man. Like, I don't understand the obsession with trying to create a team shooter. I feel like these guys should have learned their lesson with what happened with Concord, and I can't believe they're doubling down on Marathon. And then on top of that,
I actually do believe they doubled down on Marathon. Actually, I even think that this was probably Bungie's best choice. Because you see, Destiny's storyline is retarded. Okay? Yeah, there's no other way to put it. Destiny's storyline is just pure nonsense gobbledygook. Shut the fuck up. Don't even try to fight me on that. But Destiny is a good looter shooter. So they could probably take what they know about making good shooty weapons and things like that and double down on that, because what else are they constantly gonna do? Exactly nothing.
not making it a free-to-play title. But anyway, we'll talk about it after the rest of the gameplay.
Now, run.
So, wow. So they decided to make Apex Legends while Apex Legends exist. Okay. Bold. Let's see if it pays. Oh, wait, it doesn't. Okay, I'm confused what I'm supposed to feel here. Am I supposed to feel Lego the movie? Or am I supposed to feel Cyberpunk? I'm confused.
September 23rd.
Also, again, it's pretty clear that they're kind of trying to be Fortnite and Apex Legends to a degree or something like that. Because this doesn't feel unique. This does not feel new. This feels something like they intentionally said, oh, we can't fucking use blood because then the 8-year-olds will not play it. And I think that's weak. I think that's sad.
3rd, 2025. Now, one thing is they did say that you can wishlist it on all platforms, so it will be available day one on all platforms, which is a major W in my opinion, and we need to make sure we keep doing that. So let's talk about the actual game itself. So we have an article here from Insider Gaming with a headline that reads, Marathon is not free to play and will be a premium priced video game. This has to be one of the dumbest things that I've ever seen ever. And I gotta imagine that they're probably doing this because of Destiny, right? Destiny was a game that had a lot of PvP aspects to it on top of PvE, obviously, but it was a premium price video game because it played like a single player PvE game. To my knowledge, this game is not going to necessarily have that and is focused on a team shooter as style video game. It says that on the game will release on September 23rd as a premium product, meaning players will be asked to pay full price. Hussein also confirmed that the game will feature a
Do you think that's $70? Do you think that's $100? What do you think?
seasonal content model with its own battle pass, 3 maps at launch, a 4th coming later, and a persistent story. Now, when they say persistent story, I don't know if you're going to be able to partake in any kind of single player gameplay of any
No.
kind. I highly doubt it. I'm sure when they mean persistent story, it's kind of the same thing that they were talking about with Concord, where the vignettes, right? And the whole, oh, don't worry, every week you log on, there's going to be story for you to. Bro, this is Concord 2.0. And again, it's not even about like the wokeness. I'm not even talking about that.
Probably.
Don't care. I didn't see any, so I don't really.
Bro, trust me, it's Bungie. There's gonna be a little bit of that wokeness, okay? Probably the first scene you're gonna see is two dudes kissing.
Really care about that. I'm talking about the business aspects of this. This is the dumbest shit that I've ever seen. Like, how are you going to compete against the free-to-play shooters that just do it better or do it the same, right? Even if you do it the same, even if you do it better, it doesn't matter. You are charging an entry fee. Now, keep in mind, it is not going to be a $79.99 entry fee or a $69.99 entry fee. It's probably going to be around the same as Concord, which is $30 to $40. They're going to charge a smaller entry fee, but at the end of the day, they are still charging an entry fee when they're
Imagine paying $40 for a battle pass that you still need to buy. Oh wait, I played Diablo 4. I actually exactly know the feeling.
competition is saying, you know what? You don't got to pay us anything. Just come play our game. We guarantee you're going to like it so much that you're going to buy a skin here and there and whatnot. That's what they're banking on. Before players panic about having to pay $70, though, it's already been reported that Marathon's price point won't be close to that figure. Forbes gaming writer Paul Tassi, who's long covered Bungie and Destiny, stated on X that they received confirmation that Marathon is not $70 and will be not even close to that number. The official Marathon account has since doubled.
Paul Tassi is a joke.
And confirmed that game will be a premium title, but not full price, and stated that more details will be announced in the summer. As Tassi wrote in an earlier post, releasing closer to $30 to $40, of course, still comes with its own risk. Several players reacted to the reveal that Marathon won't be free to play immediately are already making comparisons to Concord. Concord, a multiplayer shooter released in 2024 as a debut game for Firewalk Studios, launched at $40 price point for its standard edition and
400 million. This is gonna be probably 500 million, though. I believe that this is gonna be, you know, probably minimum 400 million, right? Again, it's by Bungie. Hey, they don't even know what it means to not spend money on shit.
Sadly for Firewalk, the game received lukewarm reception. Again,
Lukewarm, mate.
Imagine trying to say Concord had lukewarm reception. Bro, that game got crucified. What are you talking about lukewarm reception? The game received lukewarm reception from critics and failed to establish any sort of reliable player base. Within 2 weeks of launch, the game was shut down, and Firewalk Studios was closed down 2 months later in what's considered one of the biggest launch disasters in gaming history. Guys.
So let me give you a quick rundown of this, actually, what happened. So, Firewalk Studios literally thought that they're making the next GTA. They thought that Concord, unironically, is going to blow GTA 6 out of the water, that Call of Duty is not going to exist after they come into the market. And they were toxic positivity to the utmost highest degree possible. If you said anything bad about Concord in any context, you were pretty much crucified and fired. And then, these people, some fucking how, met with Sony. Or was it Microsoft? No, it was Sony. Yeah, Concord's a Sony thing. They met with Sony. Oh no, was it Microsoft? Whatever. They met with one of these two idiots. And they gaslit them on the idea that they're legitimately going to be GTA 6, that they're the new big thing, that nothing is going to even come close to them, that they are going to change gaming forever. And they gaslit one of those two idiots so goddamn hard that they paid something like 300, 200, or however million. Because keep in mind, when people say Concord costed 400 million, that's for the guys who acquired them, because the development costs of the game was something like 200 or whatever million, and buying Concord was 200 million. The studio. Man, this Concord was insanity. Absolute insanity.
I got to be real with you. So I don't think we're going to see another Concord necessarily because I feel like unlike Firewalk Studios, Bungie has that namesake. Bungie has that player base built in,
True.
and I feel like Bungie has some fanboys. So I really don't think that it's going to be the same scenario, right? Firewalk, nobody knew who the fuck they were, right? This was their first outing, and they wanted to charge $40. They wanted to be the premium boy, and nobody knew who they were. Whereas everybody knows Bungie for the most part. So I think that alone is going to carry the game a little bit further than something like Concord. However, I got to imagine, even if you are Bungie, you must realize that the competition that you are trying to put your game around is going to be heavily, heavily stiff if you catch my drift. And then on top of that, too, they don't charge an entry fee, and you are charging an entry fee. Even if it's $30 to $40, you're still the only idiot charging $30 to $40. So yeah, sure, you're gonna have some people play your game. Of course, it's gonna be obvious. It's Bungie, but
$30 to $40 and pushing a Game Pass. That's insane. Anyway, that was Hypnotic 10 out of 10. Bye.